Hey everyone, Anthon-patapon here, and today we're going to play through some more Crash Bandicoot the... What are you doing, Coco? Like, we're in the middle of a playthrough right now. Thank you. Crash Bandicoot Warped. I was about to say Ref for Cortex anyway, so I want to thank Coco for correcting me there. Sort of. Part of the Crash Bandicoot N Sane Trilogy for Sony PS4. Now that we've employed Coco into our adventure, it is now time to show off what she can do in G-Wiz. Which basically is the exact same thing Crash can do, but with some slightly different animations and such. Also there's different depth variations, but there's not really that many that's different from Crash, so just keep that in mind. So, without further ado, let's get warped!
Why must you continue to be a thorn in our side?
Who? What? Where was I? Oh, Tiny was a good fellow. He hated everyone and everything, but a good heart nonetheless. Please be more reasonable with my minions next time.
Alright. I make no promises to that Cortex. Oh god. What we are going to do is pretty much get through this warp room practically faster than the first one, because there's not really much I do here. In fact, even the first level right here, there's not much to talk about really, other than like this wizard trying to blast us, turning us into frogs. If you guys remember Rafa Cortex, the wizards in that level, well, in the game and the wizards and lizards level, try to turn us into a bat. Feels so good playing. It still feels so good playing this game again after so long. But there are some things I want to explain now that we're in the second warp room. I will still spread some information for like those who are new to the series and everything, but for this warp room, I'm probably just gonna like cut out the whole this is X, this is circle. I was about to say Y, but this is PlayStation, so it just makes more sense. Anyway, I will still explain some stuff, so don't worry. None of that stuff will just be left unexplained here. There will be something in, I think, the first level. I am horrible at remembering the names of these levels. I can remember some of them, but I just can't remember like all of them right off the top of my head, which is sad because I have to play through all of them again when it comes to platinum relics. And I want to make this clear. When I say platinum relics are the things we're going for, I mean platinum relics are the things we're going for. I do not mean gold. I definitely don't mean no sapphire. That's for a different kind of language is required for me to express how I feel about the sapphire. But I already know that I'm probably gonna get that a lot when it comes to the actual runs in Crash 2. Crash 1 though. Oh my god, platinum. Going for platinum in Crash 1, since there's no form of running, is going to drive me a little crazy, but sane enough to still play the game at least. Okay. Now, there is a few things I do want to mention here in the warp, and in the bonus round. For the bonus round, don't hit that yet. If you do, that box will be completely inaccessible, and there's no way you can get that, which means you have to restart the whole level. Now for the warp room, there are now, for this game, 3 type of routes that we're going to be seeing. There is the gem route that we even saw in the first warp room, which involved I think it was called, it was Bone something, but was it just called the Boneyard? I think it was just called the Boneyard, but anyway, the second type we're gonna see in the next level called the Death Route, and then, oh no, that one's a special route. That's the third type. There are no death routes in this warp room. Anyway, that correction aside, there's 3 routes. A gem route, which requires a specific colored gem in order for you to access that route. Like for the one in Boneyard that we're going to look back into. Which I believe that one requires the red special gem? Okay, at least I said the name right. Anyway. The red special gem. And then this one actually doesn't require a gem route. And like I said before, there's no death route in this warp room. There isn't a next one though. But this one requires the hidden route, which basically, I'll explain when we actually get in there. Oh, by the way, when I refer to special route, I mean the game calls it as a secret route. Anyway, the special route requires a little something different than just going through a level without dying, which is the death route. And what is it? Man, I have a hard time memorizing all this. And a gem route. There's a gem. Oh wow, I think I explained the death route poorly. Death route is basically you can't go there when you die. If you die, you have to restart the whole level if you want to get that pad. And for some levels, there are boxes that are in the death route. So if you screw up before even getting to that pad, you're gonna have to restart the whole thing. Why did I spin there? I was already invincible. But yeah, gem route, basically you get the gem and you get the route. The easiest of the 3. Death route, go through a level without dying, which is the hardest of the 3, which isn't really saying much if you ask me. And then there's the special route, which will require that extra something. I will mention it when we get into the next warp room, but for now, since there's no real reason to, I should have waited until I got the extra life. Like I said, since there's no real reason to, basically. Oh, by the way, frick, I messed up the timing. But hey, I'm not gonna die, cause special slide spin jump power attack activate. That was cringeworthy as all heck, but I had to. Okay. I followed that out of the way. All you really need to know is that it will require a little something that every level, it's something every level has. I'm pretty sure you've already figured out what the heck I'm talking about by now. Ooh. By the way, there's a hitbox behind the guy too, so if you plan on doing a little surprise attack, don't. These kinds of levels do come back in, I think, Entranced, which is on the GBA. Well, the kind of stylized, the level theme, I mean, the Middle Eastern theme. Anyway, let's get back. Alright, now I am going to skip level 8 for now because I do want to break the order of the levels. Plus, I want to save the best for last. As for this level though, Tune Time I think it's called. Yeah. Excuse me. This level, you can't get either of the gems, and I'll explain why. And that's why you can't get the boxes here anyway. The real reason for it is that, oh, by the way, there's 2 secrets in this level. The real reason for it is that some of the boxes that are required for the box gem, obviously, are within the gem route, and you can't get that without the purple gem, which is in, I think it's called High Time in Warp Room 3. So if you want to be able to get all the boxes, I recommend just skipping the bonus round for now and everything else, because you won't be able to get the box gem until then. If you want to use the bonus round pad as a checkpoint, go ahead. I could get, you know what? I I'm out. Nah. It's not worth it. By the way, another secret right here. One of the two secrets I mentioned earlier. You have to dodge them for I think a whole minute, which is fairly easy to do. And then you'll see what happens. You'll discover the secret prize inside. I remember those, what was it called? Was it Cracker Jacks? Like those special types of, popcorn treats with, some nuts in them and all that. I don't think they make those anymore. Those were really good. I know they even have like those little card things at the end of it, which made it even better. Just so many good memories, man. Just from playing this game, it just makes you go on a trip. By the way, now you wonder why he stopped attacking. What will we find in jar number 4? Okay then. Fun fact, that secret is... Ooh, almost crushed him there. Can we use it? Yeah, we can. Anyway, fun fact, that's actually one of the trophies in, for this game, but, I'm not here to talk too much about the trophies in this. Like, if you do want to see the trophies, I'll be glad to talk about them, since I already have them all from the first playthrough. But what I won't be talking about is like stuff in the future, like and the hidden later. Okay, that was kind of alright. That was kind of dumb of me to say it like that, but basically, we're gonna get to those really soon, and I promise you, it's gonna be worth the wait. Especially with how the way the world of Warped expands. Same with Crash 2, but more so Warped. Huh. Not even 14 minutes in, and we're already busting in a new time. By the way, he doesn't do the animation once you if you only leave with the crystal, because that's mandatory anyway, so it's like, why celebrate? You're supposed to do that. Anyway, just to skip the whole jumping to a new character thing, just swap them out. It's a little bit faster.
G'day, mates. Dingledile's the name, and Uka and Cortex gave me orders to bring the crystal to them during the Ice Ages. So give me the goods and shove off, or I'll roast yous.
Whoa, hold on. We don't need to get roasted like this. Now this level, I kept like having to do like a required death for missing at least a box every time, because there's no way to stop. Yeah, there's no way to stop or anything when it comes to these boxes. Oh yeah, something to mention is that I usually do practice runs on this, just for the sake of the fact that I do want to go through this stuff without having to constantly die and stuff like that. I know dying is like one of the charms of this game for some reason. But, ooh. It's like, yeah, for something where we're just trying to play and get through all of this stuff, you know, without making it sound like a complete checklist of games. We just want to go through this as fast as possible. And as smooth as possible, you know? Ooh, almost missed that. And look at that. My first one was actually perfect this time. It wasn't that fast, but at least I was able to go through this without dying a lot. By the way, for relic runs, you might see me dying a lot. And by that I mean like, before I end up going to the part where I have to edit like into a successful run. You know, just to keep things from being boring, you know? Because if there's one thing I can understand now, is that the person actually playing, and then the person just watching the person playing, those two perspectives are entirely different. So I gotta make sure I can find a way to work this stuff around for it to work for both of us, you know? By the way, say goodbye to Aku. Because this level has nothing Aku. You can't walk in here with Aku, you can't walk out here with Aku. There's no boxes that have Aku. Or Aku Aku if you want me to say both of them just in case. Because I am aware of the great evil known as Aku of Samurai Jack. Great series. I'm kind of glad that it ended the way they wanted it to. By the way, for Samurai Jack, y'all want to check that out. Like, y'all seriously want to check that out. It's a really good series. Both season 1 through 4 and season 5. I'm not gonna say much because I don't want to spoil anything for any of those seasons, but just find something, a resource where you can watch Samurai Jack episodes and just have a blast. Watch it with friends and family. I promise you, you're going to love it. It's one of the greats when it comes to the older Cartoon Network. Like, I'm kind of glad at least new Cartoon Network has some stuff to watch. You know, watchable stuff at least. And Gumball is one of the greats of the newer Cartoon Network. So they still have at least they still have people that will still work for like the broadcast and stuff like that. They just need to manage the schedules a little bit better. Obviously, Teen Titans Go is something that's popular, even if you disagree with how people's reception with it, it is rather popular. But I'm not going to get into that. What I am going to get into is this little portal that'll take me to Dingle Doll. Now, because of the new slide spin jump thing, the now easiest boss in this game.
Right. Now you've gone and done it. Them crystals are mine. Break out the butter. I'm gonna make toast.
Alright, let's go. By the way, you can skip these scenes now. This guy might actually be easier than drain damage and Graphic Cortex, because this takes less than 30 seconds. This takes even less than 20 seconds for him to be beat. By the way, if you get in that explosion, you're going to die. So that's why you have to jump out too. Yeah, he was so free though. And to think I was worried about getting roasted by this guy. Oh yeah, a little fun fact. Remember that special route that I mentioned earlier? If I wanted to go and get at least 10 relics, just 10 relics, I will say that there is a way you could find your way into that special route if you get some relics. Yes, if you're wondering, that is actually the resource needed for the special route, but that's only for the necessary route. The actual route, I won't explain too much. But anyway, here we are. The Grand Warp Room. This is the warp room where a lot of the questions of this game has been answered. Why are there still 3 gems missing? Why are there still 2 relics missing? Why can't I get everything for 105%? What is the game hiding? Where can I find this? All those questions can be answered right here, but not right now. We can only answer a few of those questions as of the next part. So, and actually, I will actually give you a sneak peek of that in the next part too. So, this is Anthon-patapon signing out. Thank you guys for watching. I cannot wait to do this level. This whole warp room, I mean. But particularly, Road Crash.